So starting the test drive in this Yukon XL, with this one being a little bit longer than the regular Yukon, the 5.3 still feels pretty similar in this as opposed to just your standard Yukon. So there might be a very minimal power loss, or I should say acceleration loss there, but 99.9% of people won't notice it. And I've driven several of these and I've never noticed a difference. And honestly, for something this big and as usable as it is, 15 miles per gallon city, 19 highway, not terrible. And like I always say, acceleration is pretty good in the 5.3 liter. If you want the 6.2, that's available to you, but again, not something you necessarily need. But I have the adaptive cruise on now, and then I'm showing the fuel economy there. So cruising right here, pretty flat surface, again right at 18 miles per gallon. And then a slight incline is coming, and then it goes down to about 17. But if you baby this and you maybe do 70, 65, you could probably get 20, 21 miles per gallon on the highway. And as it starts to mellow out here, you're seeing close to 30. But of course, this is continuously reading, so it adjusts every so often. But ride quality is great. You do get that premium ride. Smooth suspension on this one. And just a great ride here. Now I'm gonna put it into sport mode just to show you. All it does is just want to rev higher. So when you come out of corners or you want hard acceleration, it's ready for you. Of course, I'm not gonna put my foot into it. It only has about 10 miles, but I like that even in sport mode, under light acceleration, it doesn't act nuts like some of the sport modes do. They just start redlining and all of that, and that's good for certain types of vehicles. But this one here, you're probably not going to you're not going to want to race people in this, so it's nice to have that additional pep when you need it, but you probably won't need it most of the time. But all in all, I mean, this one is pretty expensive. You can get an Expedition, you can get a Lexus LX, but honestly, for the space that you get in this, pretty much the only thing that's going to touch this is going to be an Expedition Max, a Navigator, something like that, just in terms of the space behind the third row, as well as the interior space for your passengers. And even an Armada or a Sequoia, I feel like you don't get as much with those, and you're getting pretty similar gas mileage. But for the price point, it's definitely not cheap, but all vehicles in this segment are going for mid-70s, 80 grand now for the luxury trim. And this isn't even a Denali, so it can get even more expensive than this. But again, I like how this one is spec'd out with a premium package, getting all the luxury package amenities as well. Because adaptive cruise, it's a big plus for me. Sunroof is a big plus for me. Heated and cooled seats as well. And you don't get onboard navigation, but these days everybody's using their phones anyway, so why pay extra for it? But a nice luxury SUV, especially if you need space. And this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2023 GMC Yukon XL SLT.